Hello everyone, my name is Tina Louise Spalding and I am a trance channel. It is December 17th, 2018. Today is my 60th birthday, so thank you everyone for all the happy birthday wishes that I have received, and I just want to thank all of you who have been following this exceptionally unusual job that I have and that have posted your feedback, and even if it's disapproving, which to be perfectly honest, most of those I don't read, I am really happy that this work engages everybody, and people who follow the work and do A Course in Miracles over several years come to me and say that it has really changed their lives having these videos and these opportunities to deepen their practice, whether it's attending retreats or subscribing to the live streaming or just reading the books and listening to the videos, watching the videos. So thank you all for participating in this. There's no point in me doing it alone. So I really want to thank all of you for joining me on this journey to awakening. It's really a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. So as I turn 60 years old, of course, I'm gobsmacked by that. Somebody said I'm 18 with 42 years experience, and I kind of like that take on it. But I did want to do a channeling today so that makes the day a little bit special for me. So I don't know who's going to come through, and that's often the case. So I will close my eyes, take a breath, and we'll see who comes. See you at the end of the session. You are blessed beings indeed, and I am that one that you know as Jesus. And this, of course, is a wonderful day for us to thank not only all of you for joining in this communion and this ministry, but to thank this being for her work. It is a challenging job, and it is something that very few people understand, this psychological and emotional journey that is required of somebody who channels this kind of message in public over many, many years. This being now is heading in towards 7 years of doing this work, and it is an accomplishment indeed. And so from our point of view, we thank her, many of us here on this side. There are so many beings here that you are not aware of, that you are not in communication with necessarily, whose names mean nothing to you, whose names you may not even be able to understand as a name. They could just have a sound that represents their beingness. And there are so many beings working with and through this particular channel because of the clarity that she has developed over years and the profound willingness that she has demonstrated in passing along non-dualistic teachings that are designed to assist you in your awakening process. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I came through several years ago to this being because it was time for you to address your opinion of me. And that is one of the great forgiveness practices of your society, and one that is important. For all of you who listen to this particular channeling, we want you to address your beliefs about me, about the church, about what's been done in my name, about the cruelties and the deceptions and the greed and the control, and the manipulation and the murder that has been done in my name, and none of those things did I teach, nor do I condone. So if you have resistance to my name, it is because of what has been done in that name that is incorrect and unloving, and it has nothing to do with the teachings that I actually bring through and that are designed to relieve your mind from suffering. That is all that my work has ever been for, and that is what this teaching today is for. You are approaching your Christmas season, and it is an interesting contradiction and time of confusion for many of you, because you have been deeply programmed into believing that eating too much, drinking too much, and spending too much makes Christmas what it is. And it does indeed in your society. There is great suffering at this time of year. And if you are suffering because you are participating in ceremonies and behaviors and family events that cause you trouble and consternation, then we want you to know that you are not alone, but it has nothing to do with you per se. The suffering that each of you experience is your guidance system telling you that you are off track. That is what your guidance system is for. It is an emotional feedback system that connects you to love, that is telling you how close you are to love or how far away you are from love. So that is what we want to remind you of today. We want to remind you that if you feel alone and that makes you suffer, then you are telling an incorrect story, for we are all with you. Spirit, Ascended Master teachers, your guides and teachers are with you always. You are just too far away from love to feel us. How do you get closer to love? Well, first of all, you have to listen to your guidance system that is telling you you're far away from love. That means you're suffering in some way. If you know that is what that means, suffering means I'm far away from love, then you have to go inside and you ask yourself, where do I have unloving thoughts? Where do I have unloving beliefs? Where do I have unloving behaviors? These are the things that have taken me away from love. Projection is the great device of the ego, and it is the great device of separation, and it means that you put outside of you onto other people, places, and things the blame for how you feel. If you feel sad and lonely, you say it is others. They have abandoned me. They don't love me. And in that projection, in that laying on of the guilt to others, you make yourself innocent and you seem to be blameless. But you are, in fact, creating everything that you are feeling. But this is how the illusory world of the ego is kept alive, through ignorance and through not understanding what suffering is and what your emotional guidance system is and what it's for and how it's designed. So today's lesson is this, simply. There is one road, at one end is fear and at the other end is love. And if you are suffering, you are heading towards fear and far away from love. And if you are content and happy and enjoying your life and the challenges that it offers, then you are heading towards love. The ultimate goal of reunification of the mind is a complete and absolute alignment with love, and that is what you would call enlightenment. But we don't want you to aim for that goal. We want you today to ask yourself, when you feel bad today, even if it is a little upset, somebody looks at you funny or you don't get what you want, we want you to go inside today and we want you to say to yourself, what did I just do that's unloving? I accused that person of being a bitch, or I accused myself of being ugly or unsuccessful. Whatever the unloving thought is, that is your practice today. And if you are caught up in negativity around Christmas, we want you to know that there is a profound programming process that has been at play in your society for several decades now. And suffering through Christmas is one of the signs that that program is unloving. So do not feel that you are a failure because Christmas makes you sad. Do not feel that you are not living up to the expectations of a society that is insatiable in its desire for you to follow the ego. But know that the programs that are running in your society about eating too much and drinking too much and spending too much and spending time with people that you're not particularly engaged with, these are programs that are designed to manipulate you into spending, eating, and drinking too much. And that in that program, you suffer. So if you are suffering because of Christmas, we want you, instead of projecting out and blaming, we want you to go inside and ask yourself, where am I conforming to behaviors that I don't want to do because I think I should? Where am I buying things for people that I don't particularly want to buy for? Why am I allowing my decision-making process to be manipulated by this Christmas program. That is where the suffering will come from, and it will come from eating too much and drinking too much. So watch that as well. Are you buying those candies and pastries and drinks and extra alcohol because you've got permission to do it this month? And are you indulging in those things? And is your body suffering for it? You must use your free will, you must use your intelligence, and you must use this support that we provide for you to help you understand what is going on inside your body-mind. For that is the experience you are having. You are not having an experience of anything outside of yourself. You are only experiencing your own beliefs, which generate your own thoughts, which generate your own feelings, which generate your own behaviors. You must own your own suffering and say, somehow, some way, I am causing this. Let me look inside and ask myself, where am I selling myself out? Where am I being inauthentic? Where am I doing things I don't want to do? That is the way that you will end the suffering through this Christmas season. And we want you to know, if you use your suffering and your intelligence and you go inside and you ask these questions today, Christmas can be used for your spiritual evolution. It cannot be used for your spiritual evolution if you allow it to go into the unconscious, into projection, into conditioned beliefs and behaviors that you are refusing to look at. Your suffering is the indicator that you are off track. So for all of you who are suffering because of the Christmas season, ask yourself where you are lying to yourself and doing things you don't want to do. Ask yourself where you're making arrangements for things you don't really want to participate in. And ask yourself where you are abusing your body with food and alcohol that is not healthy. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And Christmas really has nothing to do with me, even though you are told it does. It has been a grand manipulation in your society, and we want you to be free. We want you to be free to choose what it is that you enjoy. We want you to be free to choose healthy foods and healthy activities that strengthen and nourish your body so that you can enjoy your time here on this planet. We want you to know that the non-physical beings that support this evolution that you are going through love you very much, and you are not alone. And communications are easier and easier to have now with the non-physical, but we want you to be in a place of peace when you make those calls to us. We want you to have dealt with some of your fears, dealt with some of your resentments, and through the practices of A Course in Miracles, that will happen. You cannot heal a broken mind with that same broken mind. You must reach out to a higher consciousness, a more peaceful, loving consciousness to help guide you through that process. And that is what that book and those lessons are for. They are to teach you what you don't know. You do things that hurt you. You believe in things that hurt you. You believe in lies that are not true, but you don't know that. And you cannot use that contaminated mind to make sound decisions. So the lessons of A Course in Miracles are a wonderful, wonderful New Year's resolution for those of you that are tired of the programs that you are running, that are suffering and that are sick and that are lonely and tired and need a soft, warm place to fall. Those lessons will take you to that place by revealing to you that which is unloving in your own heart and mind, for it is there that the poison has been placed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and it is on this being's birthday that we thank her once again, and we want you to send a prayer of thanks to her for allowing this teaching to come through, for it takes courage and it takes a dedicated practitioner of these teachings to be able to reach this level of clarity and willingness and surrender. And in that process, she has not lost anything. And in that process of your own evolution and surrender to higher teachings, you will not lose anything either, just your suffering and your confusion and your loneliness, until you are connected with your true self, which resides in the heart of that which you call God, which is love. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And we will speak to you again soon. Okay, I always say the same thing when I come out. We have a few places left on our Costa Rica retreat. If you want to hang out with Jesus a little bit on a tropical, in a tropical climate by a pool and a beach, come and join us. Go to channelingjesus.com and you can check out the information there. We also have a few spaces left in our Indio Palm Springs retreat at the end of January. The climate down in the desert is beautiful. It's around 71 or 72 degrees at the end of January, so it's perfect for some outside transmissions. And I will put a link below to the email for those retreat inquiries. Thank you very much for joining me on my birthday, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.